So for this little mini challenge, I want you to Google MDN geolocation, click on the Get Current Position documentation, and if you scroll down, you'll see some examples here. So if you just copy all of this and paste it in your console and enter, run it, you'll see that it gives your latitude and your longitude. Okay, so keep that in mind. So your browser has the ability to give you your latitude and longitude. Now, let's look at a third-party mapping library called Leaflet. And I'm just going to follow their documentation here. They have a quick start guide, step-by-step guide. Here we go. So first of all, we have the CSS. So let's create in Visual Studio Code our index.html. And we'll put in our skeleton here. We'll put in the CSS right here. Save that. And the next step is to put the script at the end or near the end. There we go. We'll also include our own script, index.js. And we'll save that. And we'll put that index.js. We'll hook it up here. Okay. Now, it says put a div element with a certain ID. Okay, so we'll just put that in our body. Now keep in mind the ID attribute, because we'll have to change something in the future. And then we'll have to give it some dimensions. So we'll add in a style, add in some dimensions. Maybe, you know what, we'll add, that's a little bit too small. We'll make it bigger. And maybe we'll just add a width as well. 800 or something. Maybe 400 and 800. Something like that. All right, so now setting up the map. I noticed that if you follow this example here, eventually you'll have to use an API key that you have to request from Mapbox, and I don't want to do that. Rather, if you go back to their homepage, if you look at this code here, this does not require a key. So I'm just going to follow this, but we have to change the ID attribute there. So I'm going to copy this, put it in our index.js file. If you were to run this right now, let's run this on a local server and see the error. It'll says map container not found. It doesn't know where to place the map because the ID has to be changed into an actual ID that's on our HTML. So here we have map ID, not map. So let's put in ID, map ID, save it, and now we have our map. Okay, so here's the challenge. You already know how to grab your latitude and longitude, and if you already know how to make a map, and you already know how to make a marker based on this. So combine the two. Make it so that when upon page load, it'll grab your geolocation latitude and longitude. You'll then insert that latitude and longitude here and here, here and here. Try to use destructuring. You can also play with the zoom level if you want to. You can also play with the text that goes in the marker. All right, so good luck with that challenge.